And I'm heading to the Skylon Tower, which is a pretty impressive landmark, don't you think? We'll see you when I get there. There it is, guys, the Skylon Tower, designed by our Toronto architectural firm Bregman and Hamann, apparently inspired by the look of the Space Needle in Seattle. The globe at the top contains the restaurant and an observation deck. Construction began in May of 1964 and officially opened October 6th, 1965. Stands 520 feet from the street level, but looms 775 feet above Niagara Falls Gorge. And that dining room at the top revolves 360 degrees. And you can see the yellow bug elevators just there, coming down now. So let's go and take a look around and see what's in there. I think a lot of the shops have closed down, but it's still an iconic historic building. Pretty cool, eh? Well, there's a Starbucks there, so I might have to get myself a nice hot drink. I think I will. This place is virtually empty. This is the lower floor, where all the arcade type stuff is. It's virtually empty. There's a couple of people in here, but not many. But got some cool stuff in here. Carousel there. Apparently they used to have a really big one in here, probably many years ago. That's pretty cute. There is a food court down here. I don't actually know if that's still open or if it's still in use or what. But pizza, sizzling grill, lots of tables empty. I've been in here a couple of times since I've been coming to Niagara Falls, and I've never seen it open down here. I mean, all the machines and everything you can use, but the food court appears to be closed. I mean, the dining thing at the top that turns around, revolving dining room, that's still open, I know. Pretty cool arcade games. Kind of old-fashioned though, eh? Boom ball. This is pretty much the extent of it down here, to be honest with you. It's a golf game. Play golf. I don't know, it seems pretty retro to me. I love all the noise and the bright lights in these types of places though. Wheel of Fortune. I mean, I wouldn't have a clue how to use half of these games. I wouldn't imagine they're too difficult, but they're kind of designed to take your money, aren't they? coin pusher. Accept its tokens. It's pretty interesting. So he used, Dr. William Fitzgerald used a £1,200 board to successfully ride over the Horseshoe Falls on July 15th, 1961. The board, constructed of a 16-gauge steel frame, was outfitted with 13 canisters of oxygen plus a reclining seat. Wow. There is a Daredevil's museum here, which I'm going to go and check out. And so some of them are replica, of course. But that's the type of thing that William Fitzgerald, used to go over the falls in. I don't know. So there you go, that's this level pretty much. I've seen people coming in and passing through and going elsewhere, but not too many people playing the games. Or grab machines. Cool. Flintstones. Good for the little kids. Alrighty, that's pretty much the arcade, so let's get the escalator back up and carry on exploring. Stores up here, got a souvenir shop over there. This is a pretty cool store. It's got some sort of crafty type stuff in there, handmade type stuff. It's pretty good. Cool little gift shop. And there are the elevators to go up the top, which I will be doing. Starbucks there on this level. And the desk where you purchase the tickets to go up in the elevator. We are going to the top. There you go, have my ticket. And I'm going to get the elevator up to the observation deck. What a beautiful day to do that today. Here we go, just got to wait for the elevator to come down. Elevator 2. Look at that. Definitely coming up to Christmas. Got a ways to go yet, but here it is.
The American, the Daredevil Falls will be on our right side here. The American Falls will be the large one, and then the Daredevil Falls will be the little tiny one. Okay, a little closer if you want.
Thank you. Picked a good day to do it today, haven't I?
It's a great day today. And then once you're ready, elevator number 3 will bring you down, okay?
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Thanks. Oh. Here we are. Kind of tells you where everything is. See there. Lots of information. Copyright music, of course, but I will sort that out. Another little gift shop up here. There's no escaping gift shops. So they've got the inner observation deck, which is what you come out to the elevator on. That's the elevator down. So I shall walk around inside and then we'll go outside and wander around. It's definitely a must do. So it cost me 27 Canadian dollars. That was for coming up to the observation deck, washroom there. But also I've got the add-on for the Daredevil Museum, which I'm going to do after this. Information stuff. Different towers around the world. But I definitely picked a good day. So the sky is blue, the sun is out. So we will be able to see a lot more than if it had been a cloudy day. And towers always fascinate me, I have to say. I mean, I love the one in the CN Tower in Toronto. Of course, I did the edge walk at the one in Toronto, which was awesome. But can't do that here because they don't offer it. Clifton Hill down there in the distance. See the sky wall there. Let's go outside. So it's a bit windier up here. I'm just going to take you around. Not a lot I can say. You can see the views, can't you? It's kind of out of season now, so it's not packed with people, which makes it a little bit more enjoyable. I love the views. I love being high up. So it's a bit windy, as you can see, but let me turn it around because I'm now coming upon the falls side, so we'll have a look at that. Horseshoe Falls. It's an amazing view, isn't it? Just looks so beautiful. I cannot get enough of looking at the falls, I have to say. Sticker City out there. Wow. Absolutely amazing. You can hear the roar of the falls, can't you? Wow. I don't know, but at the top the water level seems quite low to me. You see there? Very low. I could just stand here all day and just watch the falls, to be fair. See the boat is about. So beautiful. just so beautiful. Back around the side. There's Clifton Hill down there, Skywell. Pretty cool seeing it from up here, I have to say. It's really awesome on a clear day how far you can see. Wow. Wow. Wish you could do an edge walk up here. That would be pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm walking back the other way now, and then you can see the American side over there. You've got the casino, the hot air balloon. That's a ride that I want to do. Well, there you go. Okay, let's get down to the Daredevil Museum. These are the elevators. So now I'm gonna go find the Daredevil Museum and have a little look around. So much of this stuff that's not used now or abandoned, not in the literal sense of the word, because obviously the building is still in use, but I personally think they could do it so much more here. I mean, giant empty store there. Not many visitors. Sort of in the amusement thing downstairs. But now we're going to look around the Daredevil Museum. Wow. I think it's only small, but kind of interests me how people throw themselves off things or into things. Some live, some don't. So this is the first kayak to shoot the whirlpools rapids successfully in 1981. Wow. Wowee. I mean, nope, I'm not going to throw myself over the falls in a barrel. But he did. You can read that. So he did it because he wanted to make some money to publish a book. Wow. Well, what can I say? Wowee. I mean, you just wouldn't, would you? Well, clearly people did. My word. The 105-year-old pet turtle survives. Look at that. And who's this? This lady was the first person to survive a trip over Niagara Falls. Look at this. Annie Edson Taylor. Something like this is what she did it in. Yeah. Sukek. That's him there. See inside. There's a chair in there, look at that. He accomplished many courageous challenges, including a ride through the dangerous Niagara Rapids in 1977. After years of preparation, Carell successfully went over Niagara Falls in a barrel in 1984. So he attempted to recreate his Niagara Falls stunt at the Houston Astrodome by having his barrel fall 180 foot into a tank of water. Unfortunately, he succumbed to his injuries when his barrel hit the edge of the water tank. Carell had nicknamed himself the last of the Niagara Daredevils. Oh my goodness. And Ray Weaver, Rapids Queen. Awesome.
This is Drummond Hill Cemetery, final resting place to many notable local figures, including Carell Suchek. Just by looking at his headstone, you might have an idea of who he was and what makes him famous.
So Dave
The
Munday
headstone is
achieved
topped
a
with
remarkable
cylinder,
feat by
and the
becoming the
base
first
of the stone
person
is covered in
to successfully
squiggly
adventure
lines.
over Niagara Falls
Reminds you of
twice and
anything?
survive both
A barrel
trips.
perched at the precipice of the Niagara Falls, perhaps?
Super
Carell
Dave
Suchek
Munday.
was a professional stuntman from Hamilton, Ontario, who is perhaps best known for going over the Niagara Falls in a barrel on July 2nd, 1984.
Wow, that's him.
On the morning of the day
He
in
designed the
question,
barrel for
a
his
team
stunt in
man
1985 with
pulled up
construction
beside the
based
river
on this
Canadian
illustrated
above the
sketch by
falls.
crew member
Using a
Ross
plywood
Whitaker.
ramp, they slid the barrel containing Suchek into the water. The barrel drifted down the river
Wowee.
and quickly swept over the precipice. This autographed photo shows the moment before the barrel plunged over the falls. The barrel cost $1,500.
So Major Lloyd
to create,
Hill. So the
and
Hill
featured
family, I've been doing quite a bit of
two
reading
eyeballs
about them.
and enough counterweight in one end to exert a feat
And started off with the father, who
The
was
fall took approximately
they lived by the
3.6
Niagara River all their
followed
lives
by roughly
effectively.
45 minutes of being trapped in the treacherous waters below.
Dad
This
rescued
image shows Dan Hill,
people
the
from a
grandson of
very young
Daredevil
age, so he
Barrel
was
Museum,
a veteran of the
retrieving
river,
Carell
and
Suchek
some of his sons
emerged,
followed
having
suit.
suffered cuts and bruises and
Some
injuries
lived,
to the
some
arm
died.
and chipped tooth. He was taken to Greater Niagara
So
General
William Red
Hospital
Hill,
for medical attention.
that's
Following
the
the stunt,
thing,
his barrel was
that's what he
confiscated and
used,
was fined $500.
or what he was going to use.
Barely 6 months later, on January 19th, 1985, Suchek was in another barrel, this time hung from the top of the Houston Astrodome. Suspended 180
To,
feet over a
go over
12-foot
the
wide
falls.
by 9-foot deep water tank,
Tie in a ring.
35,000 spectators watched as the barrel swayed dangerously,
No way.
was released, and hit the side of the tank below. Suchek was immediately rushed
That's all
to the
Dave
hospital
Munday over
and
there.
died shortly thereafter.
Dave Munday.
Stuntman Eagle Knievel
40 years later that we enter into the 20th century, and this is when we arrive in Niagara. Annie decides to make her trip over the Ocean Falls. According to a barrel to right itself and make its way to shore. About this, Annie writes, when I realized I had been rescued, my senses immediately left me. Like a person falling to sleep, I became unconscious. After the barrel was opened, less than one interest in her story faded quickly. Small sums of money came her way by hawking Dory street sign to any tourist or passerby who cared to know about it. Annie died penniless in the county home on April 30th, 1921. And in the end, some friends raised the money for a proper burial in Oakwood Cemetery, Niagara Falls, New York.
What a family. There you go, guys. That's the Daredevil Museum in the Skylon Tower, Niagara Falls. Pretty interesting. You know, as I said, some survived, some died. But they all tried. They all tried. There you go. Can't really show you much more of the Skylon Tower because, as I say, most of it's no longer in use, or appears to be. I mean, I would quite kind of like to go up to the dining room at the top, so I will add that if I do ever get up there. Thinking about it, but for now I'm heading back through the empty arcade and the shut down food court. Go and take a look at the falls up close and go somewhere else. Let's go. Beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. And there's Murray Hill. Take that route. See, I don't even think that this is open anymore. Kind of doesn't look like it, does it? But it's all shut down. Such a shame. Such a shame. This is right at the base. It says closed for the season. I don't know if it was open, but Starbucks is open.